Linus Ullmark is returning to the net tonight since being out December 22nd at Edmonton, where he left with a back injury. Coming back after that kind of layoff, what's the challenge for Linus Ullmark? Or is there one? Is it just you're back in the net? Let's go.
There is a bit of a challenge, right? I think getting to game speed and something that I dealt with a lot, right? I think having injuries and then being a guy that as you went on early in my career where you wouldn't play for 2 weeks, right? It's always a little different coming back from injury. And I think for Linus, the biggest thing he can weigh on here is like he's going to be ready. And I think he's been through different situations now. Again, this is when we start to look back on our experience as goalies and thing we can draw upon. He's not a young guy anymore. He's been through this situation. And I think what's really good now is you have a confident hockey team. I think for Linus, seeing this team gain confidence and being able to win with that, I think is important for him. And I think important for everyone. And Linus isn't far removed from not being the guy. He was a 50-50 guy, right? So I think for him coming back into this situation is just kind of controlling what you can control, which is tricky at times, right? But I think with experience and maturity is where Linus is really going to thrive in this situation. And I think there might be a few bumps in the road for him, but the biggest thing I always found after a setback or an injury, your conditioning is like almost even better because you've had more time on the bike, you've had more time skating, you've had more time training, where sometimes you're just playing games and you kind of get in a lull where your overall fitness in the gym starts to drop. But I always found it was like a refresher. And same thing with like the Four Nations Cup coming up. He's going to have a time for a short little stint here and then maybe get a chance to play here in there. And I think get his game going to where it needs to be.